Hey, Holland.
Yeah.
We're live.
Oh, no.
Welcome to the Iron Palace Podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Iron Palace Podcast, the world's most anabolic podcast that boosts your testosterone, shreds your excuses, and leaves your headphones trembling for mercy.
You're right. That is a pretty good one.
Told you.
What if you use earbuds?
Huh?
What if you use earbuds?
Also shreds them for mercy.
Yeah.
Whatever I said.
Leaves them
Something
trembling.
about shaking or trembling. I think.
Trembling.
Okay.
Trembling for mercy.
Mm.
Whatever I said, it also applies to earbuds, hearing aids, whatever you're listening to this in. I don't know.
Computer speakers.
Phone speakers, your vehicle speakers. I don't know.
Cool.
Telepathic speaker. Whatever you listen to. You think Bluetooth is a version of telepathy?
No. That's definitely electrical signals.
So anyways, I seen this thing. Change subjects before Caleb looks dumb.
Hey, you're a little late.
A few hundred episodes late.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What episode are you on?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Without looking, I couldn't tell you. But I did see this thing because we were talking about how much money, football players make and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lighthouse somewhere. I've already forgot where it was.
Oh, yeah.
That pays like $2+ million.
Probably near the water
It's on one of
somewhere.
the Great Lakes, I think.
I forgot where it is. I meant to look it up.
Yes. You got to stay there for a year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just maintain it, but it's like these super rough waters come through. And then the picture they're showing, like water is about 3/4 of the height of the lighthouse.
Wait,
But
you're just in the lighthouse?
You live at the lighthouse.
You just keep it clean on the outside and make sure the
Just
windows
maintain
are
it.
clear. And
That's it.
Just keep the light on.
Yeah.
Yep.
that doesn't sound that bad.
What's that famous song? Just keep the light on. Anyways,
I would imagine you got to flip your sleep schedule because that light doesn't really need to be on in the day a whole lot unless it's real stormy.
beats me. But I mean, I'm just saying I only got to do it for a year.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, no one wants to do it. And I was like,
Well, you're completely isolated, too.
yeah. My thing was, like, does DoorDash get there?
No, probably not.
Guarantee it doesn't.
But then Caleb's out.
But I mean, in that same realm, you could also just go work the oil rigs.
Probably don't have any phone service or internet.
Yeah, at least at the oil rigs, there's people you can talk to, and you don't go crazy talking to the walls.
Yeah, but I'm not going to make $2 million in a year at an oil rig.
Which you're going to make like $750,000 in a
That's
year.
different, dude. $2 million is
But
way
it's
different.
6 months of working and 6 months and whatever you want. They only work 6 months at a time.
I don't know, man. I'm still thinking year over there.
I could go do that right now and retire.
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
Either one.
You want to go?
I'd be set. Yeah, sure.
That's
All
good
right.
money. I heard it's
Podca-
incredibly dangerous.
Podcast trip.
Podcast trip.
I've always seen the people that are like spinning the wrench real fast. I think I could do that at least once.
We'd lose him in the ocean immediately.
Wait, we're in the ocean? You just said oil rig. I assumed we're
It is
talking like
on the
rig.
water. It's a drilling rig.
I was thinking like
I don't
oil
think-
rig.
You
is
think you're
Texas.
just in
I
the
don't think
middle
you
of
spin
Montana or
wrenches
something?
on
No,
that
I was
one.
thinking Texas. They have oil rigs.
They have pumps that do it themselves.
Either way, I think I could do the little spin wrench thing.
Have you never noticed the waves crashing behind those guys in all those videos?
Without losing a finger.
Yes. You assume that I watch a lot of videos of this.
I mean, you've watched enough to know there's a spinny wrench thing.
Yeah.
You do that on ground, too, though.
Yeah.
Roughnecks.
Whatever that means.
That's what they're called.
That's what they're called, Jake. Oh, Jake's here.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
it's probably been about a year.
I don't know.
I think the last time I was here, I want to say Holland wasn't here for some reason. And Dave was half naked in a singlet because it was my birthday, and he was
That's right.
he had his hairy nipples
Wait,
out.
I was in Iceland, wasn't I?
Yeah, because we were talking to him through Zoom.
Yeah.
Man, that's how I know we've done too many episodes because I forgot that was an episode.
Yeah, he watched us eat cupcakes while he ate fermented shark or something.
That's right. Yep.
I think we got the better end of that deal.
But you had to sit next to a half-naked David.
I mean,
Why is that a butt?
that's not my first.
How many times you sat next to a half naked David?
Okay.
Enough.
Yeah.
I've been here multiple times.
I mean, more than once,
yeah.
and that's enough.
I don't think there can be enough. Cue the music.
I thought you meant the outro music. See you guys.
I was like, is that the end of the podcast?
Yep, GG's, game over, boys.
We was talking about salaries, quarterbacks, and NFL and stuff. Well, this actually wasn't NFL; it was UFL. Well, I was looking up. Because we were talking about UT quarterbacks, and a quarterback that I liked a lot that I thought should have done better in the
Let me
pros.
guess.
Heath Schuler.
What? He sure was good, but what time frame?
Derek Dooley,
Tyler Bray.
Tyler Bray, yeah,
He was really good.
big.
Josh Dobbs.
Dobbs
He
is
was
good,
not here with Dooley.
No,
I'll be honest, like I remember Dooley being there. Don't remember much about that time
I want to say I
period.
was in high school when Dooley hit because everybody, his big thing was jump on the big orange Dooley, and it was like a Dooley Ford
Ew.
truck. It was they were really dumb shirts, but I remember them.
but
Sounds like a dumb phrase.
Well, they had to come up with something. We were coming off of
I
who
guess-
did we have before him?
that was
Because there was somebody
that was when
between.
Kiffin.
that was when Kiffin.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what they
thought.
in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's when they were burning mattresses.
that's when they
and
burned
stuff.
Knoxville to the ground.
I will say, I think I might like the big orange Dooley more than brick by brick.
Didn't you burn a
Golly, I
mattress
hate
throw out a
that.
window?
I didn't. I mean, not for that reason. I mean, college is a little,
College was a wild time.
You know your team is bad when you have to just come up with these BS sayings constantly. Brick by brick, we're the champions of life.
No, that one is what got me.
Dude, that just sounds like a participation trophy
Yeah.
that
Is
you
it
gave
bad?
yourself.
Do you guys also suffer from battered Vol syndrome? Where
Five-star hearts.
oh, that's terrible.
Oh, gosh. That was terrible.
We could be up on a team
I forgot about
by
that one.
50 points. We could be up by 50 points, and they'll just drive down the field one time against our third string, and I'm like, here it goes. The wheels are falling off.
Oh, yeah, you just did that whenever we played.
It was Mississippi State. I thought there was no – when we got to the fourth quarter and things were happening in those last 5 minutes, I didn't think there was a chance.
That was Jake just pacing.
I remember you.
That's in a normal game.
Well, yeah, that's normal, but it was just him pacing going, we're losing this game. It's over. We're losing.
I've seen it happen too many times.
I didn't argue with him. So I was like, no, I kind
That's
of
the
agree.
thing.
Like,
It's battered Vol syndrome where we should win. There's no reason we're not winning, but some stupid thing will happen. They'll get
Yeah.
the ball and score. That's how it ends. We always get the crazy thing happen.
it was like Jake's mom's like, well, if we do this, if they just hold them, we can win. We're losing this game. The game is over.
Well, at this point, there was 2 minutes left. They had the ball. We had just thrown an interception or something like that,
Yep.
which the interception wasn't really the quarterback's fault, but everybody blamed the quarterback on that one.
I just feel like the quarterback is the easy scapegoat.
There should be a separate stat
Yeah,
for
if the ball is batted up in the air by the receiver, but the ball was where it was supposed to be, and you just said,
yeah.
I don't think that's on the quarterback.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, you can only hit the guy in the hands.
Yeah.
It's up to him to catch it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his job.
I mean, to his credit, that tight, I think it was Kitzelman, after the game, he was like, no, that's absolutely on me.
Yeah.
Like, that's not his interception, that's mine.
That's how I feel about kickers. Is I feel like they get a bad rap because I mean the game should never really be that close.
Right. You know,
No, but that's the way that I used to approach it. But in the era of NIL, I'm like, brother, you're making
Okay, that's a good point.
6 figures.
30 years ago, a 75% field goal kicker was a NFL level quarter or a kicker.
yeah.
That's
And
also
now, if you're below 98%, you're
But
fired.
here's the thing: if you're getting paid 6 figures to put tiny ball through big posts, and like it's
Yeah.
well within what you've done before,
You go try to put
That's-
tiny ball through big.
I don't get paid 6 figures to put tiny ball through big
I was
posts.
just saying.
That's a good point. Like I mean, like
That's not my job.
to his point, if I'm getting paid a lot of money, I'm gonna be the best I can be at putting tiny ball through big posts.
Yeah, back in the day when it's like, oh, your payment is your scholarship and you get to go here and everything, I was like, no, go with the athlete. Like, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
This is just a kid playing semi-pro ball.
I'm gonna kick this ball for a game-winning touchdown, and then I got to stop at McDonald's and eat off the dollar menu because I'm broke.
Yeah, at this point, this is professional semi-pro ball. Like,
Yeah.
they're making more money in a season than most of us will ever see in our life.
You remember? Oh gosh, I don't remember how many years ago it's been now, but our kicker got hurt.
They went and picked the kid up out of the dorm.
He was
Was it a soccer
hungover.
player?
He was sleeping over. He was sleeping off a hangover, and they're like, "Hey, dude, you got to dress out and you got to play." And dude ended up busting one for like, I don't know, it was like 47-yarder or something. And I mean, he was like 3 for 3 that game. And I was like, where did they find this guy?
They drove the frat house like an hour before kickoff and picked him up.
Yeah.
All I know is
Close out.
we were one Chase McGrath away from a Georgia win this year in regulation. It should have never went to overtime.
It shouldn't
That
have.
kid, I don't know if you guys remember him. He was the one that was here before. Who's it right now? Will Brooks. I think it's Will Brooks.
I think so.
Chase McGrath was just a guaranteed hit. It didn't matter what was happening. That ball was going through those uprights.
Well, Turbyville was like that.
Yeah. And then the Wilhoit brothers.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the Wilhoit brothers. I think they all played at Maryville before they went to
That checks out.
Tennessee. But they were really good. Like the whole family was
I
kickers.
think Maryville's always had its own NIL.
Yeah, that's how they got where they are.
Yeah. Getting beat by Alcoa.
Yeah.
That's a local joke for
Now-
anybody who's not from here.
Alcoa also has their own NIL, so like,
They
it's competing
actually
NIL.
do have an NIL.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah,
I
but they
just-
had it before it was cool.
I couldn't disagree more with high school NIL. Like, I'm already kind of on the fence with college NIL, but high school, no. Cut it out, dude.
Yeah. So my thing about it is, like, at least in college, the schools are making money. So I guess it makes sense that if you're contributing to the making money, you get a portion of it.
Yeah, but
Sure.
these kids are like under 18. Are you talking about college or are you talking about
College.
high school? Okay,
College.
okay, yeah.
At high school, ain't nobody making money off a high school game. They're just trying to pay for the lights that night. So to say that
But
these
to
kids
pay
need
for
to
these
get paid,
college NILs, they're jacking up ticket prices. They're
Mhm.
tacking on
the talent
other-
fees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's really?
You know,
But go ahead.
Oh,
Go
well,
ahead. We're
so-
getting good at this.
I was
What's
thinking-
happening?
Well, I was,
This is a weird.
Finger laced and
yeah, that was-
everything.
there, there it is. Yeah. I was like, that
I'm
was-
in Dave's seat. We got to do it.
but no,
Just don't lift his arm up.
what I was going to say is,
That's the wrong. Yeah. Don't lift that arm up.
No, that's the. Oh, no, he's right.
Whoever's Holland's doctor, if you're watching, he's wearing it.
yep.
You didn't tell him how
Dude,
to
that
wear
would
it
be the
correctly.
coolest thing ever if you go in. He goes, "Hey, I saw your episode, and you better keep that on." I'm like, so you watched?
I'd be like, yeah, I'd be more impressed if he watched.
Any
I mean,
thoughts?
it is on him,
Yeah.
just not necessarily correctly.
But you know, this could have been avoided a long time ago if they had just, because like scholarship athletes are the only scholarship recipients that weren't allowed to have jobs.
Yeah.
Like if you went to UT on a math scholarship, you could work and earn as much as you wanted to make.
A math scholar? Is that a
Whatever.
thing?
I don't know.
Academic
Yeah,
scholarship.
you know what
No,
I'm
but
saying? But
I'm just really thinking, is that a real thing?
Well, I think it's
crazy.
based on your overall GPA.
Yeah.
Go
It's
be
not
a
like on
mathlete?
one.
a mathlete, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like one specific.
I went to the
topic.
mathathon.
You know, that checks
I
out.
think I went to a couple of those myself.
I'm not smart enough to go to those, but it definitely makes sense that
know.
you did that.
But yeah, so if you're on any kind of academic scholarship or whatever, you can have a job. You can earn as much money as you want. But if you're on an athletic scholarship, you're not allowed to have a job.
I wanted to say they said it was like a conflict of interest, and they didn't want you like out late at night working a job when you should be sleeping and prepping for
See, and I
games
get
stuff.
that. I think the NIL for college is good. I think the amount of it is not good.
Yeah.
I think
That's
offering.
where the NCAA dropped the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think because for that reason, like, especially that you've got a lot of really good players. Well, my main example is Tua. Tua was a great quarterback, but he's a glass cannon. He couldn't not get hurt whenever
He's
he
still a glass cannon.
exactly. So my thing was, dude should be able to make some money before he completely wrecks his body and can't do anything. So he needs to make some money. I don't agree with them making millions of dollars at 19, 20, 21 years old.
My thing is, at this point, they're following the NFL model. They're following the professional
Yeah.
model. But if you're going to follow the model, you have to follow the whole thing, and you have to do salary caps. Because at
And
this point,
contracts.
yeah, you have to do
You
contracts.
shouldn't be able to just jump ship.
Yes.
That's the
Whatever you
other
wanna
part I
do.
hate. is
And
that
if you leave mid-season before that contract's up,
you owe
at
some
the
money.
very least, you have to pay back whatever portion you're not playing. You got to pay that portion of the contract back.
I also, a little bit controversial part of it is I think if you're going to pay these people this much money, I don't think you should get a scholarship.
No, that scholarship should just come out of your funds
That's
at that
it.
point.
Yeah.
If
You
you're making
can't-
$6 million, the $10,000 a
Yeah.
year that you're or semester that you're paying means nothing to you.
No, I think that's it. You're just throwing money away at that point. You're like, all right, here's your $20,000 a year scholarship on top of your whatever it works out to be $1 million contract over the next 4 years.
Yeah. Well, see, the college is trying to save that much money that way. That's a scholarship that they're not having to give to somebody else. You know?
But I would argue that if they're going to have to spend it anyway, make the athletes that have the money pay
They
for
did
it and
change the
give
number
that.
They changed the number of scholarships they can carry now too.
They did.
But if you're going to give kids scholarships, I'd rather you give it to someone that
give it to an academic person who wouldn't be able to go
That you're not
otherwise.
paying
who's
money to?
not,
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
not making all that money.
give it to someone who's going to has to really rely on like the Pell Grant to go to college.
Yeah.
There's going to be like really in debt to go to college who cannot afford it. Otherwise, give it to one of those people, not this kid we're paying millions of dollars to throw a football once a week.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure the caps on scholarships are at the conference level, because I'm pretty sure the SEC has a different limit than, say, the Big Ten does.
Especially,
And I'm pretty sure the SEC actually holds ourselves to less. Well, actually, I say that, but I think that
I don't.
they
know
may
why
have
they would.
universalized that when they went to the.
Why would a conference put
Something
themselves at a
sharing.
handicap to another conference? I don't.
it's a shell game. I'm telling you.
I do. When I heard about it the first time,
the
I was like, that doesn't
baseball,
make
they cut theirs
sense.
about in half.
Yeah, that was the revenue sharing. That's what I'm thinking of. When they went to revenue sharing, that might have universalized it, but I'm pretty sure before then it was all based on the conference. Like, I want to say the NCAA or the SEC held them to like 70 scholarship athletes, and I want to say the Big Ten was up to like 110 on a
See,
team.
If you're forced to give that many, I'm curious to know how many athletes are on that team that are not getting a scholarship and are also not getting NIL.
Well, at this
Probably
point,
enough.
with the revenue sharing, it's not even like if you're getting a scholarship or not, because non-scholarship players count towards your total team count. Like you saw that when the last baseball season wrapped up, there were a lot of people on the baseball team that weren't on the active roster, but they were on the baseball team because they were training to get to the active roster, that they just had to get rid of those guys. Which is why in the offseason, it looked like our entire program was falling apart, because they said there was like 30 people in the transfer portal because they limited the number of slots that were on a team. So all these on the team people that weren't on the team had to go somewhere else.
Either way, I think
And like, I don't know what it is for Division 1. But Division 3, like you were only allowed to travel like 58 players.
Yeah, that's still a thing.
So-
You can have as many on the team, but
Yeah.
there's a lot that don't get to travel. If you're fourth, fifth string, you ain't going on the plane.
So I'd say a lot of those aren't getting any financial help, you know.
that's what I mean. Is like, I don't care how many people are on the team, but I think if you're going to have these high NIL paid players, they don't need a scholarship whenever you've got other people who are on the same team,
Yeah.
regardless of what string they are, getting no NIL money and also not getting a scholarship.
Yeah, I'd say probably half the team is not, you know, or they're
Yep.
even if they're not getting anything, they're only getting a partial scholarship, you know.
Which is why a lot of that whole drama with Nico frustrated me. So I was like, dude, you've got guys that are, their job is to block you, that are not getting paid either one near the NIL money you are or any at all.
Yeah.
And so you're over here getting paid $2 million wanting to complain about your offensive line.
I
Go.
still think his entire situation was he was listening to the. I think his
Oh, I
dad
agree
was
with that,
running
yeah.
everything, and I think he was just letting him run everything.
To be fair,
And his dad
like 19
very
years old.
obviously made
Yeah.
it very clear that he was very money hungry and didn't really care about his son's success.
Well, now he's money hungry with a son that's 1 and 3,
4-1.
4 and 1,
They were 0-4 when they beat Penn State.
So 1 and 4.
1 and 4. Okay, that's what I was like.
Yeah, sorry, 1-4.
That's what threw me off. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, they had lost 4 games in a row, like
Caleb's
not even close. The New Mexico Lobos got them.
carry the
New Mexico Lobos.
The Lobos.
That's still a better name than the Brahmas.
I'm pretty sure Lobo is just Spanish for cow or bull.
I don't know, but Lobo's also a Marvel DC character. It's pretty cool.
Is he a cow or a bull?
Neither. It's like a demon alien thing.
Sounds like a bull to me.
But the Brahmas were paying Garantano $2 million for 3 years.
To be a
It's
pretty mediocre
wild
quarterback.
to me that, well, I mean, look at the conference he's in. You got to think
Is that called the conference?
UFL. I guess it's the league,
I don't know.
Yeah.
but you got to think like there's probably the upper tier of college teams could beat. Hello,
Every week.
who's here?
Sorry,
Hello,
it's off now.
not.
It's off now.
But you got to think probably the top 10% of D1 programs could probably beat most of the professional teams in the UFL or XFL or whatever it is now.
You ever seen a D3 team play a D1 team?
Yes,
Yeah.
So is Holland.
I think he was involved.
Did
You
not go
ever
well.
been on a field when that happened?
It doesn't go well for the D3 school.
Who was it that you guys played again?
Kentucky.
University of
It
Kentucky.
was Kentucky.
Yeah.
The
I was thinking
UK.
it was, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah. It had the hefty lefty.
So did you
Jared
guys play their?
Lorenzen.
Did you play their JV team?
Oh no.
Played the cheerleaders.
I mean, at the end of it, I think by the end of the scrimmage, if you had a helmet, you got on the field, they were just letting anybody on. I think at that point, like I think their coaches left with like 12 minutes left in the game. they're like, wow, we saw all we needed to see. These guys aren't even good enough to have film on.
Even if we gave them film, they don't even have a player to watch the film.
Didn't you guys get a touchdown at like the very end once their 7th string cheerleaders were in, and you guys were like, we did it.
They were like, yeah, we scored on an SEC team.
Walk around, suck it.
Yeah.
I would have. I'd have really played
They
it up.
trashed that locker room for sure.
I would have. Actually, I wouldn't have because I wouldn't have had money to pay back whatever it was. So what do y'all think of Dr. Mike Israetel?
You talking about all the stuff that's been going on this week of his dissertation, and
Yeah, I've seen.
I've been loosely keeping up with. I haven't.
There's so much. Like it's like as soon as the first video came out about his master's thesis or his PhD thesis, like it's just blown up, and I've seen 1,000 videos coming out about it.
It's like everybody was just waiting for that one person.
I've not
Yeah.
seen any of the videos other people have done. I've just seen his response to it.
I haven't watched his response
That's a
yet.
hairy man.
Oh yeah, have you not seen any of his other stuff?
No, I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, he is very hairy individual.
He just had that surgery to tuck his midsection in,
Yeah, that was gross.
and he's come back from it, and I think he's gotten hairier since then.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like instead of
He
scar
looks like
tissue,
an albino gorilla.
yeah, instead of scar tissue, he just grew hair.
Yeah,
It's gross.
like it's
like
a
Dave.
disturbing.
He's a lot like Dave.
It's a disturbing amount of hair.
But yeah, I've seen a few people say that what that main video was about his rough draft. It wasn't even his actual paper. I don't know. I've seen a bunch of stuff, but either way, again, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he just doesn't know how to keep up with his own files, and even from what I'm seeing, even the file that was in the school's like system as being his final draft and that being the dissertation that he graduated on was the wrong version. And he didn't check. And so then he sent them another one that he thought was the new version. Wasn't, and he's been doing that back and forth for like a week and a half. I will say it, at least to his credit, he's been very open about the fact that it's been him screwing up, and he's not trying to like hide anything.
Yeah, that's what. Like again, though, he's offered great advice on everything that he's on. So regardless of him being a PhD, I don't think it matters. But I know like there's already videos coming out saying, "Oh, he's ruined, he's done." I was like,
Yeah.
why though?
And I mean, and the thing is, like, he is actually a PhD. Like, I mean, that's not a question.
Yep.
They're just saying that his thesis, his paper was trash.
That's what
right.
Someone said. Should they retract his PhD?
Because somebody read it and graded it and
Exactly.
said this was good enough.
Yep.
So I mean,
That's why someone said that they should retract it, and someone else was like, "Not really."
Yeah.
Like,
But if you think about it, especially in like sports science and really biological strength science, how often does something that was law last week become completely disproven this week? It could have been that whatever he wrote about back then actually was correct for the standard of what they knew
Well, I know
about science at that
from
time.
the original video that I watched, a lot of the guys' main points have been that there's just stupid like typo mistakes.
Which at that point, it's like, come on, like,
That's what I said.
yeah. I mean-
read around it. It's like, I get it.
Well, in the main video, the guy is from Australia, and he even says, I used, because I think he also had a PhD or something, but he said, I used the standards that my college used at Melbourne University that they use for their PhD papers. He said, I used that criteria to grade this. And I was like, so you didn't even use the criteria that his was held to? Like, I don't know what ETSU's curriculum is for it, but yet this dude just like, I'm going to take this random school and apply it there. So
Yeah, that's like taking a PhD from the University of Tennessee and applying the Yale grading rubric to it.
yeah, it's not going to be the same, even in this country, much less that one to this one.
Yeah, and like, so I mean, who cares if there's a typo? I mean, you know,
I mean, I would say
especially if it's not the final copy.
Exactly.
I'm talking typos.
Yeah, well, I mean, and like I mean, obviously, I haven't
I
done.
think in typos.
all the time.
I mean,
You know how many
obviously,
years it's been since I've said the word rubric?
I don't think I've honestly ever said that word, and I'm not about to try.
Rubric. Give it a try.
Rubik's Cube.
You close.
I'm close enough. But I was gonna say, you know, I haven't written a PhD dissertation, but the college I went to required a thesis for undergrad, and I had a 88-page thesis that I had to turn in.
What a
For
oddly-
undergrad?
Gosh,
Yeah.
that's awful.
What a
I mean, we had
specific
like a
number of pages.
capstone.
Well, that's just what I ended up.
Oh,
with.
I thought you were
Mine
saying
ended
like
up
they-
being 88 pages.
I thought you were saying they were like, we need an 88-page paper.
No,
Screw you, dude.
What did you write on?
Mine-
88 pages.
Paper.
It was probably a laptop.
The title was the analysis and comparison, or the comparison. I can't remember.
You better watch out. People are going to judge. People are going to critique it, so you better get it right.
Of value investing strategy.
Dave's going to release a video tomorrow
I put together
from when this video comes, or from when this episode comes out.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I put together a weighted value equation that looked at the factors that different value investors thought were important in an investment. So you could plug it in, and it would give. So like if Peter Lynch and Warren Buffett and who was the other, Benjamin Graham, maybe, I can't remember. But if they all agreed on a certain criteria, then that got a heavier weight within the equation. So you could plug in a plug in a stock's performance numbers, and it would equate. You'd get a number, and the higher the number, the more strongly than the three of those would agree on the stock.
I'm not smart enough to know what any of that means.
But whatever. So I had to do that as an undergrad, and I went through like 4 or 5 drafts. You know, you would work on it for a month or two. You would turn in a draft. They would correct it, or write notes on it. Then you would correct it. You would turn it in again. You know, that went on for an entire semester. You know, so like, what version of this is the guy reading? You know.
That's what they've all said, is that what he read was a rough draft. And honestly, given a lot of the mistakes the guy was pulling out, I was like, I kind of believe it's a rough draft.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure even Mike came back out after he found the final draft and put it out there. He was like, no, this actually. I think when he originally put it out, he was like, no, this was like a mid draft, and then he went back and realized, oh no, wait, no, this was the final draft. I'm just really bad at grammar things.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
And
like,
he actually did come out and say that.
Yeah.
I think the rough draft that they put in the original video even had like the school's information and like ledger stuff wrong because it's a rough draft. Like it was just thrown on a random
It was
thing.
a template or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, and also those are being graded by. They're not being graded by an English major
No.
or an
Exactly.
English professor. They're being graded by whatever specific.
Professionals in that field.
Yeah. So
Yep.
there's probably a lot of typos that the people grading the thesis didn't notice or didn't care about.
And
you know.
one of the criteria I was confused on, and granted, remember, I only got a high school degree, so I don't know anything.
We know.
Yes, but so the guy said that in order to pass your class, and one of their curriculum or one of the grading parts is that you have to have an original idea, an original thought that will contribute to the field. Like, okay, that makes sense. But then he takes out a chunk. He's like, but he didn't do that, because if you read here, he quotes all this stuff. I was like, he still had to quote or cite data from something.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to do research.
Yeah, I was like, I don't.
And I mean, I guess maybe dude expected all of his research to be laboratory research. I don't know.
Because I guess it was.
You can research sources.
Yeah, and I mean, I've not read the whole paper. I'm not going to read the whole paper.
I'm not either. Yeah.
But so I don't know what the conclusion of it was, but we never saw the conclusion. It was just him. Hey, like I wanted to prove this, and I quoted data from this that supports what I've found, but I know he never read the end result of what he found after that. So like, so far in my head, and what few 5-paragraph papers I've written, that checks out to me.
Yeah, right. I don't know. People just want to tear.
Is the guy that's critiquing it, does he got a lot of clout, or
Not really.
is he trying to develop
Well,
a
like
lot of clout?
his biggest videos on his channel, I think he's got like 10 or 12 videos just dissing on Mike Israetel. I was like, so to me, it just seems like,
This is somebody who went in with the goal of I'm going to pick
trying
this
to get
apart.
people to subscribe or whatever.
and it works. I think his original videos like, I think it was over 2 million views last I heard. And then everyone who's making a video about
Let
it
me find somebody that's pretty famous, and I'm going to bash them and see how many views they get.
essentially is it. Which is, they're doing exactly what I'm going to do to this video is put the whole thumbnail of just, hey, we're talking about Mike Israetel.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I mean, to be fair, I guess they did pick somebody whose entire goal is to like help people. So he's put himself out there as the advice guy, I guess, to the average person. So that kind of opens him up to the average person being able to come in there and be like, oh, well, actually, and nobody likes the well, actually guy.
Well, because I think he's just easy to take a shot at, and I don't mean that because he's dumb or does dumb stuff. I think it's just because he's so open and he talks like a bro, even though he's got a PhD.
He has a weird obsession with AI, though.
He just has a weird obsession with everything.
Like, he has these weird, like, theological almost conversations with AI. And at this point, all AI is a...
Honestly, though, Dave does the same thing.
But like it's just
Dave's
a
favorite
language
pastime
program.
is to try to make ChatGPT say the N-word.
Has he been successful? Because I
Not
think that's
yet.
in the programming that it can't.
I don't think he's got it to do it yet, but he does do it often.
But it's a learned language model at this point. It can't come up with its own original thought. It can only come up with what's been fed into it. Now it's got a lot of junk that's been fed into it.
Well, see, I think Dave likes it because the formula for all AI is not to give you a direct answer. It's to get you to keep communicating with it. It's just to keep you engaged with it. So Dave also just loves people to stay engaged with him. So I think he likes it because he can just, and then try to make it say
I bet
bad
he could
stuff.
get some more engagement if he was on a podcast.
But once he manages to get it to say that, that's when the computer and the machines take over the world.
I'm immediately thinking of that episode of The Office where Dwight's battling the machine for who can sell the most paper.
And the whole time, well, I thought you meant with the episode where like Jim tricks him into thinking the computer's alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like typing back to him.
I think that's the same episode, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it is.
I was thinking that was an older episode, and then
I think it's
Fighting
the
the
same
Machines
one.
was a newer one. I could be wrong.
It's been a minute.
Ever since they took it off Netflix, I don't get
Yeah.
to rewatch it every year
month.
or so.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it.
I went
now.
on. There was like the first 2 years of me and Megan being married. It was like we're gonna watch The Office all the way through. We're gonna watch Parks and Rec all the way through.
Yes,
We're gonna watch The Office all the way through.
I've not
Now
seen
let's go back to Parks and Rec.
you would love Parks and Recreation.
Oh, you
Now The
you
Office.
really enjoy Ron Swanson.
Yes, The Office. I don't know how much you would enjoy, but Parks and Recreation, without doubt, I think you would like it. Because, like you said, Ron Swanson is, I think, pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
Especially whenever he finds out he's on the internet and he goes and slams his computer in the trash can. It's his work computer. He works for the local government, and he just gets mad that he's on the internet, so he just takes his whole computer straight in the dumpster.
He was like, yeah, because it was an ad that was,
Yeah.
he was like, get in here. He was just talking about this, and look, this ad popped up, and they're like, yeah, it tracks your usage and blah, blah. It's tracking me. And then it just does.
I remember whenever that episode was filmed, so that was whenever Vine was still a thing, and that part where he takes Leslie's phone and he records himself saying, delete all pictures of Ron. That Vine released like 2 weeks before that episode came out.
I still think one of my favorite quotes from that entire show was I want all of your eggs and all of your bacon. She starts writing down. He goes,
Oh yeah.
I know what you're probably writing. You're probably writing he wants a lot of eggs and a lot of bacon. But that's not what I said. I said I want all of your eggs and all of your bacon. Now go make it happen.
My favorite is he said, I love brunettes and breakfast food.
There's another one where he ordered something and the guy was like, dude, that is a party platter for whatever. He goes, I know what I'm about, son.
I know what I stand for.
I just love whenever he goes to that whatever shopping center and they're selling the
Vegan
the
bacon.
vegan
Yeah.
bacon. He says, oh, I would like to try one. Straight
He
in the
just throws
trash.
it in the trash. I would like
another.
another. He just throws the entire trash
I would like another.
in the trash.
I don't think I should give you one.
Yeah.
Then Ann. No, that is April.
April.
Yeah, April goes, throws one. in the trash. It's a great show.
Her entire character.
April?
She's so cringy.
I don't know. I like April's. April's character is hilarious.
There's parts of it where
Especially
I'm
her
like,
and Andy.
there's parts of it where I'm all about it, and there's other parts where I'm just like, but I feel like that's most roles that particular lady plays.
True. But
It's just kind of her thing.
It cracks me up. Especially whenever she schedules all of Ron's meetings for, was it February 28th? 'Cause she thought that day didn't
February
exist.
29th.
Yeah, February 29th.
Because it was a leap year,
Yeah.
and then a leap year finally came up, and they all showed up the
He
same
had
day.
like 40-something meetings in one day.
And he was like, why did you schedule them for today? She goes, because I didn't think it existed.
my other favorite one is when the new lady comes in and starts taking over, and she puts him in that big round desk.
Yeah.
Oh, and he keeps circling around that lady.
Excuse me, and he's just slowly
Just keeps
circling away
rotating
from
around.
her.
Yeah, and what kills me about that is the lady's complaint. She was like, down there at the fountain, there's a sign that says, do not drink some water. So I made some tea out of it. And now I'm like,
I'll be honest, I've never listened to the complaint.
yeah.
One of my favorite lines, especially whenever I found out that it was what's it called? Whenever you just make up something on the spot.
Improv.
That's it. As it was Chris Pratt's improv line, is whenever they all have the flu. He says, Leslie, I typed your symptoms into the bar up top and it says you may have network connectivity issues. I don't know why it's my favorite
I still
part.
think one of my favorite improv moments is from The Ringer.
It's everybody's favorite one.
Honey, we were just getting ice cream. When the f did we get ice cream?
So great. Everybody calls me the ringer at work because they've all heard the story of my medal. And I go with it all the time.
Oh, yeah. You got to lean into that.
It's because, and it's always my go-to whenever like we get a new person and they'll say something about like special needs or whatever. I was like, hey, easy.
Easy.
I have a medal.
Should I wear my shirt tucked in, up, or down, or up, or possibly tucked in?
I need to break out that medal again. It's been a while.
I thought you were
Probably
going to break
good-
out that movie.
I mean, that too.
Have
honestly.
you ever watched that movie while wearing your medal? New experience.
Might have unlocked something here. Podcast
You got,
material.
I was going to say, you guys could like commentate the movie while you're wearing your medal.
Special Olympic
Live
coaches.
stream.
Special Olympic coaches comment on Special Olympic movie. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
That's the thumbnail.
What could go wrong?
Well, that too.
How did we go from Mike Israetel to The Ringer? What? We don't even have a Dave here.
You didn't even
Steering this
connect
boat.
all the dots. We went from college football to the ringer.
With a Mike Israetel in there somewhere.
Yeah. And The Office.
That's
And
a
Parks
hair-
and Rec.
That's a hairy man. Mike Israetel is so hairy.
He is a hairy man. Here's what I want to know.
think your thumbnail for this week needs to be his latest post where it's just him from the side being all big and hairy.
True. What I want to know is, this is a real weird thought because he poses pictures like this all the time. Is like that area between your private parts and your belly button. How long is his?
Well, ever since he got that surgery, I think it's pretty long.
Because I mean, look at his pictures next time. Because I don't know why this is what pops in my head, but like where is it?
The thing that freaks me out about him more than anything is
I'm
even
serious, dude. Like his belly button, like you're talking this much room, man.
And the guy's only like 5'6".
Exactly. So I'm so confused.
the thing that freaks me out about him is how fat he can look when he's breathing while he's working out. Like
He said
take a
he's
big
got loose
breath.
ab muscles.
He'll take a big breath and he'll be wearing
Yeah.
a belt and it'll like.
He's got a big old pot belly whenever he
Balloon.
does it, but then he's got like shredded abs.
But that's what's crazy is it comes out that far and then you're like, oh wait, he doesn't have an ounce of fat on him. What is that? Like your
So-
lungs aren't down there. Your stomach shouldn't be expanding like that.
It's a steroid belly, I think.
At least he's honest about it. That's another thing. Like he's not like a
Oh,
Liver
yeah.
King or anything. He's like, no, like why
Liver
wouldn't
King was honest after he got caught.
Well, he's also gone absolutely crazy recently. But
Did he get out of jail?
From trying to shoot
I
Joe
think so.
Rogan.
Not shoot him, fight him.
He brought a gun. That's why he got arrested.
he was gonna fight him with a gun.
He had because if you saw the video, he kept panning to this box that he had for Joe. You know,
There was a gun in the box.
there was a pistol in it.
Dude, that reminds me. We watched this comedian the other day, and I've seen him on TikTok a lot, but I didn't know he actually had stand up. Turns out he's hilarious. But he had one the other day, and I don't know his name because I will only know him as Russell because someone tried to roast him and said he looks like the gay Russell from Up. And honestly, it's spot on. It's exactly him. But either way, that's not my point. As he did in his stand up, he said, "Man, I've been fat my whole life. You know, I hate when people make fun of me, whatever." He went on this whole thing about it. He said, "But I've been working on a comeback for little kids who are also fat to counteract their bullies with. You know, this is a speech, and he picks someone to picks a lady out of the crowd. Said, I want you to yell at me and just say, 'Hey, fat ass.'" And so he picks this lady. She goes, "Hey, fat ass." He goes, "No, you just sound like a mom trying to say it, like you're just trying to be funny. No, I got to find someone else who means it." Pick someone else, and like she yells it real loud. And he goes, "Okay, you sounded like you came here hoping I would pick you to say that." So then he picked someone else. So now Holland, just call me a fat ass like you're trying to bully me, and I'll give you the spiel that he says that he's trying to teach kids to use.
Hey, Narrowback.
I have a gun.
I was gonna say. I was about to tell Linda to plug her ears for a minute.
That was so,
I have a gun.
that's what he said. Dude, I freaking lost it. Hey, fat ass, I have a gun. My God,
Man,
it's effective. I think it would work.
that made me think. There was this kid that I went to elementary school with. He was kind of heavy set. And I don't know why his parents thought that this would be a good idea, but they sent him to school in a shirt that says, "I'm not fat, I'm just fluffy."
No, no. As a kid who was fat when he was younger, don't do that to fat kids.
I mean, and like this,
even if they say it's okay, they're like, "Oh, this is funny, mom and dad." It's not funny.
no, I mean, from like 3rd grade to 8th grade, he was fluffy. Nobody wants to be called fluffy.
That's not
topped out-
true. Gabriel Iglesias, that's like his go-to thing as a comedian.
Well, yeah, but
You probably wouldn't know this, but I topped out at
that's his
215 my
moneymaker.
freshman year of high school.
really,
215. I'm about a $185 right now.
Is 215 heavy?
For me, it was on this frame. Yes.
I was about to say, even at my bottom of my cut, I wasn't
Well,
215.
Well, remember that wasn't all muscle. It was back in the high school days. There was some muscle under there. I mean, I was still squatting like 315.
That was
but
fun, Jake.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
I wasn't even here. I was in Washington. So
No, you weren't. We were in the same school for at least 2 years. You're only 2 years ahead of me, you dingus.
honestly, I always think I'm only 1 year ahead of you, and I was thinking of your senior year.
Nah, my senior year I had started wrestling and I looked anemic. After freshman years when I started wrestling and I got down to like 152 on this same frame and I looked like I was a sick kid.
yeah, it's hard to keep weight on when you're wrestling.
Well, I was purposefully trying to. We had a hole at 152, and we were headed to the state tournament, and nobody else wanted to go down. So I was like, "Okay, fine, I'll do it."
An open spot at 150.
The whole
He
at
wrestled.
152.
He understands what I'm saying,
Well, I understood it. Doesn't make what you said any less funny.
That's like I wrestled.
and I filled that hole. All 152 pounds of me.
See what I
After
mean?
you went down on it?
Yeah. then that next year,
Down to it.
hey,
Down to it, sorry.
the next year I filled a
You're talking
160
in
pound
typos
hole.
again.
I filled a 160 pound hole after that. That's called improvement.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
that's what I was thinking.
I wrestled 189s and our 171. I guess that's the
What's up with these very specific weight
the weight
weight class.
Kilogram, probably.
They were very specific.
and they've changed them since, because there isn't a 189 class now. There's a
195. You got a 182 and a 195.
Yeah, they're different now, but
They're changed again.
Really?
Yeah.
When I was in, there was a 106, 113, 120,
126.
126, 138, 145,
120 and a 126.
152, 60, 70, 82, 95. What was it 215?
215 or 220.
215, and then heavyweight was all the way up to 285.
How do you break down every weight class, but then you just get to like 220 and you're like, all right, the rest of the fat boys?
anybody bigger than that, yeah.
Because that's like, in my mind, that's terrible. Like,
Because at that point, you've already got, I mean, you already had 14 weight classes, and an average match at 14 weight classes was already lasting an hour to an hour and a half.
yeah, but it seems like you should combine some of those smaller ones and open some bigger ones.
I will say there were some very small subdivisions in the lower weight classes, but there was believe it or not, there was like a definite difference between a 120 and a 126. Like, noticeable difference.
Well, there's
between
a
those two weight
noticeable
classes.
difference between a 215 and a
A
275.
lot of your better heavyweights was around 230, 240 versus the heavier 285s.
Yeah, they couldn't
Yeah.
move.
They was more athletic.
Because you think about it, think about how young they are to be that big. Most of those guys are just fat.
The guys that were
That's
285, they gassed you. All you really had to do,
Well, I mean, but
the really big ones, you just walked up to them, collar tied them, snapped them down. They have a hard enough time getting up with their own body weight on them, and then you just do whatever from that point. All the really successful heavyweights were just a little higher than the
Anything.
215s. Yeah, anything in singlets. Any more questions?
but what you're saying? So
My
like,
imagination is all I got.
189. If we had a 171, like if we were going into a competition or whatever, and say their 89 was, they didn't have an 89, then I would cut to 71 and then wrestle 71. Because we're taking, there's a forfeited 89 anyways. And so, like,
That, or you could bump up. You could bump up one weight class. So if we knew our 170 was really good and their 182 was trash, or vice versa, or if we knew that our 170 wasn't really good, their 182 was really good, and we were going to have to sacrifice anything or anyway, we could bump him up and then put one of our better guys against that 170 and essentially just swap out pins.
Speaking of bumping up weight classes, did you see a Peloton one in like the first 2 minutes of the round?
Pelotons are bicycles, right?
That's Peloton. This is Peloton.
Oh,
Pereira.
I thought you had a lisp.
Oh, Pereira.
Powhatan.
Powhatan. Pereira knocked dude out in 2 minutes and then did his whole. So now he's got his, sixth title?
yeah.
In
That makes
two
me
or
think,
three weight classes?
Two.
What you just did makes me think of that guy that was on, I want to say he started on Vine, but then he moved to like Instagram Reels where something stupid would happen, and then
Yes.
they would be doing the weird life hacks.
It's like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Mamba or something
He's like
that.
he's like number, I don't think it's YouTube, but he was like the highest paid influencer for a while.
But there would be like some stupid life hack on how to drink water or something, and he would just like take water, pour it to a cup, and drink it while they were doing their stupid
And he's
thing.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the
That's what
highest
you made
paid
me
for a
think
while.
of.
That's essentially what he's doing.
And he never had to say anything. That's what
He
got
never
me.
said a word.
Like,
Like, I mean, it's impressive, but also I don't think I could not say something.
Especially some of the stupid videos that he would watch while he was doing
Yeah.
it.
What if he couldn't speak?
It could be that he doesn't know any English. I think he's actually from South Africa. He was from somewhere on the continent of Africa
Why do you think that, Jake?
because he said he was.
So he can talk.
He didn't think he spoke.
Well, I mean, he typed it in. It was like in his bio or whatever.
He,
he said it with his
Google
fingers.
Translate.
jazz fingers. Got
He
it.
said it with his
Google
fingers.
Translate. I'll jazz your fingers. You keep it up.
Oh.
That's also on Parks and Rec. You'd love that. But yeah, he knocked dude out in the first 2 minutes.
I didn't see that fight.
Speaking of getting knocked out, did you see Mitch Hooper knock his
Yes.
knock his tooth out?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to bend a piece of rebar.
Nice.
I was like,
He's every time I see him do one of these like old time strongman feats, he's always doing it in the most awkward, not like one place,
yeah,
and two, just the way he's doing it.
right.
Like 'cause he was holding like the rebar like on his hip and like pressing down like this and it slipped. Was that right?
So what you're saying is he does it in the way that if you just handed an average person a bar and said, bend this,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
he's not trying to do it like technically the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, it's
We
like-
just went down the road and handed somebody a piece of rebar and said, bend this in half. And he's like,
Essentially.
okay, cool.
Actually, because I think he started over top of his head, which was in like the first World's Strongest Man competition.
Yeah, which those guys, they would have to like bite rags and all kinds of stuff to not
Yeah.
break their teeth as they're bending over their head
Or
and
get
whatnot.
crushed by a refrigerator.
Some of those old like 80s and 90s World's Strongest Man videos, they'll pop up every once in a while on like Facebook or something.
They were intense.
Those were wild.
That's what I mean. Franco Columbo tour both.
Just like absolutely no regulation. You know, everybody there was just roided out of their brains.
There's not even a pro strongman. They just pulled from like random sports. That's why you had Franco Columbo, Lou Ferrigno, like all.
Casimir.
Like, half
Yeah.
of those guys
Well, Bill
couldn't
Casimir
spell
was
their own
different.
name. It was wild. But they were strong.
Oh, Franco Columbo was insane. He was only like 4 foot tall, but
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
I'd like to see a fight between like the old school strong guys and the newer ones, and I think the old ones would win every single time.
Have you seen Brian Shaw?
Yeah, but I mean just like a scrappy fight. Like I guarantee they could take a punch
I
better.
still think Eddie Hall. Like Eddie Hall is built different.
Yeah, but
I mean,
it's like one of them of the moderns
But he beat-
versus like all of them back then.
Eddie Hall beat 2
We're just
people by
stupid.
himself. And I still, to this day, love watching that fight.
But now
And
those
Thor beat him.
and those two, but
Also
those,
true.
yeah,
Like pretty decisively.
Yes.
but those two people were quite small though.
I love watching that fight.
Yeah,
That is like that is the argument that Josh Cologne has right there.
yeah,
No weight class in the jungle, baby,
Well, he
because
beat Pudzianowski.
they dropped him like
Yeah.
a sack of
He's
potatoes.
been fighting for how long?
Wasn't there another like that?
10
I don't remember
years?
which one came out
Something.
first. That one or the one where there's just like the it looks like just some random middle-aged fat guy
Fighting 2 white
girls.
women, yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty
That
funny.
one was also bad.
But they said
That one was bad. Though.
It was real
it's
bad.
Like you know they signed up for it, but he was wailing on them.
I mean, because he looked like he was kind of standoffish, and then one of them kind of got
One
him.
One
popped
popped
him
him
good.
good and got him mad.
Yeah, and he was like, "All right, so
okay.
we're really fighting." GG's, homie. Like, we about that.
But my favorite part of it was it just looked like Steve from the mall. You
Yeah.
just found some guy named Bill and said, "Here, fight these two
I
girls."
picture it going down like this. They had these 2 women that were wanting to make some money and fight a guy, and they're like, "All right, who do we fight?" And they go,
Let's get that fat one.
they just looked over like, that guy.
and he was like, "All right, I got
yeah.
nothing better."
Yeah,
to
he's like,
do."
dude, I was mopping this floor
He's
over
like,
here.
"Will you
but-
buy me a beer if I do it?"
I'm trying to think of the old school strongman guys that what I would put in the fight against the new school guys. Like, where did we cut off old school? Like Big Z?
I still think one of my
Is he
favorite.
old school or is he new school?
He's like comfortably kind of. I mean,
he's middle of the road.
yeah,
'cause I
like
mean,
him and Nick Best both are like right there.
yeah.
I still think one of
And
my
like Mark
favorite
Felix?
old fights, and I can't think of the dude's name for anything. I'm terrible with names, but it's him fighting this like the world champion from Japan, and they're just it might have been bare knuckle, but he's wearing the American
Oh, that's
flag.
Don Fry.
Don't fry.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Golly,
I was
that
already
fight,
I was like thinking you were talking about Tank Abbott for a
they
minute.
literally have each other by the neck.
They
and
could
they're
have fought-
just swapping.
They could have fought that
punches.
whole fight in a phone booth.
Golly, that was wild. I love
That's like
watching
the
that
early
video.
UFCs. It was no holds barred.
Yep.
That's like
Anytime that,
that
video
one where
pops up, it doesn't matter how many times I've seen it. I've got to watch the whole thing.
what's like if you
That
watch.
grappler gets that guy in a headlock and he's
Yep.
punched him in the cod
Yeah.
I've seen that.
until he finally just taps out.
Dude, that's like Tank Abbott.
I tapped too.
Tank,
He took a lot.
Tank Abbott set out on one of his fights that he just wanted to throw the guy out of the ring as many times as possible, and I think he got to like 7 before they were like, "Okay, you cannot throw people out of the ring."
Well, the first UFC he was on, he wrestled some big Samoan dude, is like 400 something pounds, and he just knocks the guy down and jumps up and just fist to the face, and the guy's arms and legs just shoot straight up in the air, and he just
Yeah.
catatonic. Arms and legs are just straight up.
Man, that was a word, catatonic.
And then he drops a few more shots on him before they. Yeah.
It's like,
Tank Abbott was a mean guy.
Yeah. He's the reason there's so many rules, I think.
A lot of those rules were because of Tank
Yeah.
Abbott, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Did you see the one where the Shields woman, pro boxer that's fighting that dude and he KO'd her?
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Clarissa Shields.
Yeah. She's talking all this trash, and it's some guy in a gym, no name boxer, and he knocks her out.
I just feel like that's a no-win situation. Like if you're lining yourself up to fight a girl, that's a no-win situation.
I agree.
You're either
Unless you're getting paid a lot of money.
You're either a jerk for knocking them out, or you just get your butt absolutely handed to you.
But she was the bigger fighter,
Yeah.
and she's a professional and a world champion.
Looks like she could throw a punch. She's thicker. Well,
Did you
a
find the
thicker
video?
person's got some friggin' mass they can put behind a punch.
It's true.
If Holland gave me all he had, I wouldn't be here.
Whoa.
If you gave me all you had, I'd probably be fine.
Clip it.
We were talking about foot-long cheese conies and
Not
how
in context because they're not going to get any of that. All they're going to see is if Holland gave me all he had.
let's just say Holland's a tube of bologna and Caleb's a skinny little foot-long cheese coney.
Wow.
The title of this YouTube
I was trying to figure out where that
That was
sound was coming
ad.
from.
Clarissa Shields gets dropped, then pulls knife on male boxer.
Hey, dude, stay strapped.
And that's what I tell the boys when I'm in the field. I keep a K-bar on my chest. They strap to get clapped.
That's right. But, you know,
It's very much overkill. It's a full-size K-bar just there for the... It's a really good MRE opener.
it's there
The
to open
best
cans.
MRE opener in the world.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Alan, you want to smell something? Better
You
put
won't.
your hands up.
You won't.
No, I won't. All my stuff's over there. Jake, have you tried these?
Yeah.
You want to try them again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Aren't these the one we used as a punishment when we tried to do D&D again?
Yeah, that's
Because we almost lost Dave.
Yeah, that took the wind out of Dave's sails. Dave was all about playing, then his hat didn't fit no more.
He thought he was used to them. You don't get used to those.
Yeah, Alan at the gym Monday said, I think I'm building up a tolerance to these. I might need to look at something else. And then came and smelled mine again. He goes,
Caleb doesn't open his as often.
Yeah, you don't build up an immunity. to
well, it's not
these.
even that. Like they're consistent that they're always good. It's just sometimes they are very potent and sometimes they're not.
The red ones are some of the few that, like mine, I use the green ones. Like, a lot of times it hits one nostril.
Not
Not
if
necessarily
you're
the other
Chris Chambly.
Well, I think I
Those-
was stopped up and mine opened my head up, and then when I hit your bottle, it was,
you got
The red ones hit both nostrils.
both
every time.
bores.
yeah.
Our buddy Chris Chambly, shout out, buddy. He took the lid off, cupped it, and went like this.
And you could hear him sucking
And
from the
took
door.
he goes,
Man, I know he's beat cancer like a few times at this point, but who hurt him?
I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he shows his sinuses who's boss. They don't tell him nothing. They don't speak back to him no more.
No.
I mean, I think if you smell that stuff that strong often enough, it'll probably keep the bugs out.
Love it. Anyways, get
That'll
your
send you
own.
into remission right there.
Get your own at zonesmellingsalt.com using code TIPP. Because why wouldn't you want to buy something great on a discount and help out your favorite podcast, Alan? I'm not throwing those.
Chicken.
Just pass them. Take one down, pass it around. That's a lot of money.
I can catch.
Well, yeah, that wasn't a bullet.
Hey, I gave that all I had.
I mean, that was a great throw, Jake.
Yeah.
We need a
All right.
Yeti cam
I was about
so
to say,
bad.
so let me reenact what you didn't see. Is it on me, Alan? It went like this. About like that.
You missed the woo god at the end.
Oh,
That kind of burnt a little bit.
I've been joking about putting a Yeti cam up. I think I'm just going to do it, but I'm not going to tell. Well, I have to tell him. He's on camera.
Well, no, you just have it recording all the time, and if you need to pull something off of it, you can.
And just,
So you got any dogs?
yeah, they're back there. You want them?
No, they make guest appearances on the podcast from time to time, I've heard.
I do. I do.
Typically right about the time somebody gets a good laugh, they decide to make an appearance.
They hear it. They're like,
Just like that, boy.
Oh, am I that boring? I can leave.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
But no, talking about Mitch and doing the old time strongman stuff.
I totally forgot we got off that.
Yeah. Well,
I forgot we were on it.
yeah.
Pervert.
Well, when I think old time strongman, I think Randy Ritchie.
Yes.
And when is December the 18th?
Mhm.
When he's doing the old time strongman?
I thought it was like the 13th.
I don't know, 13th.
It's
18th.
18th.
We'll
Yeah.
post it on our Facebook and
It's the
Instagram.
10th.
Yeah. You doing it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if I'll be cleared to live.
I know you're for sure not doing it. I don't even know why you're saying, I don't know if you're for sure not doing it.
Touch and go bench press.
I was about to say, what are the lifts? Because I haven't even looked.
Touch and go bench.
I'm
I
out.
already know.
3
I'm out.
Saxon bar.
Now I'm back in.
And 18-inch trap bar deadlift.
Yes.
I will not be successful at any of those things except the deadlift.
An 18-inch trap bar deadlift.
Yeah.
All right, Caleb might be in.
All right.
I can suffer through a touch and go bench press if that means I can.
Show off in the other two lifts.
Yeah, dude.
I would have to get like 3,000 pounds on the last one to be competitive with the first two. I'm not a good bencher. I got long arms.
Yeah, I was reading that.
I might be loading up an 18-inch trap bar deadlift like I'm supposed to deadlift tomorrow.
I
So-
deadlifted it this morning. Beat you to
Well, I
it.
wasn't going to lift tomorrow because of our Highland game this weekend.
Oh, crap. I forgot I haven't thrown in a year.
That sounds like a you problem.
That's what I'm saying. I tried to tell them I should be a B this weekend.
I
They
don't
wouldn't let
think
me.
you'll have a problem.
Cup? B cup?
Yes. I wish I was a B cup. I'm not even that big. If I benched more, I think I could be. That's always my complaint every time I'm benching is, man, I'm not thick enough to be a good bencher. And then I just
Don't bench.
don't
think it's the
bench, so I'm not
mile
going to get thicker.
Yeah.
No, I
was
think
like,
it's
you
the
get-
mile long arms.
You need to get thicker
That's
by
what-
benching.
That's why you have to get thicker. It cuts your range of motion. I was telling them that I was benching with them the other day. I was like, man, I'm watching y'all bench. And like y'all's arms are shorter for one, but like y'all just like, it seems like y'all are going 3/4 of the distance of what I'm going.
That's how I feel most of the time, too.
And mine of your arms from hand to back, when we measured, was about the same, but from my
Yeah.
hand touching your chest was
That's what I mean.
drastically different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got nothing.
But you got to do it to get stronger at it. So
It's true.
Yeah, Caleb.
just like eating.
I'd do it, and I'm still
You
not
saw
good
I
at it.
ate a big lunch today. I ate a big breakfast too. Every time I get food, I'm thinking, what would Alan eat? And then I get that.
Well,
Today,
then you need to
I
do
was-
that and then double it.
Today, I wasn't even going to go through the same line, but I was like, Alan's over there. That means that's probably where I should eat. So that's why I went and got, and then I even got a dessert, dude.
And what did they do after lunch? I got a candy bar and a drink.
You forget that's his maintenance calories. You gotta be in a surplus.
We just ate an entire lunch, and we're walking out, and he goes, now I'm going to get a candy bar and a soda for a snack. I was like, dude, we're on our way back from lunch.
And then I stopped at the other break room and got another candy bar.
I mean, the worst thing you can do is go hungry at work. Yeah. You know.
No, I do agree with that. Because, like, I get hangry anyways, but if I'm at work and hangry, game over, man.
Dad always said you don't eat because you're hungry. You eat to keep from getting hungry.
There's a lot of truth to that. I respect that. Speaking of hungry, what y'all
There's
doing?
some people who haven't experienced hunger in a long time. A long time.
I'm hungry right now.
I am too.
I eat to keep from experiencing it.
I got tacos waiting for me at the house.
I've got about 5 gallons of soup,
5 gallons?
What kind of soup?
vegetable soup.
Does it have meat in it too?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
Of course.
Why would you not?
Well,
I mean-
would call it like beef soup with vegetables if it had meat in it. If I hear just vegetable soup, I'm
Holland's new
assuming
nickname is beef soup.
if I hear just vegetable soup, I'm assuming it's just like broth and veggies, and that sounds
When did that
disgusting to me.
I don't
One of
know.
mine,
I don't know. It can't be mine.
beef soup.
Caleb ain't got enough beef on
Beef
him.
soup. Beef soup. Beef soup.
That makes me think of the bench warmers.
I don't know. As soon as I said it,
They asked me at the office today. They're like, "So, what do you go by?" I was
beef
like,
soup.
Holland. And they're like, oh, "Okay." They're like, "I was just wondering if you had a nickname or anything." And I was like, "No, I guess Holland was unusual enough. They didn't need to give me one. I don't know."
No, I've never had like a nickname that just stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, people always throw out the random, like the obvious ones.
Yeah.
Jolly Green Giant.
Groot.
Yeah, I get all those often.
When you've got a last name like mine, your last name becomes your nickname. People just call me Trax.
Yeah.
just what it ends up being.
I've just always called you Jake or Jakey.
You're different though.
Don't you forget it.
He's in a different mental state of mind.
Yeah, different place of his heart.
Is it the lower lobe that
Yeah.
doesn't get a lot of circulation?
Yeah, like my brain. Doesn't get a lot of circulation.
Oh, we know.
Oh, so what are y'all doing later?
Tacos.
Vegetable soup
Doing
With-
doing soup?
Yeah,
with beef.
that's a beefy
You're
soup.
doing soup with beef.
Yep.
Anywho's, wait.
Hmm?
So you talking about you beef soup?
Take me a while to get used to that one.
I mean, they're going to leave at the same time, and you can't prove where they're going.
I don't know. I've got Life 360 on both of them. They just don't know it. They both leave their phones laying around. I got to know what my boys are doing.
That's why Caleb was like, "So what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, nothing, hanging around the house." And he was like, "Mm-hmm."
So lying is what we're doing now, huh?
I guess we're not going to be truthful.
It's fine.
What are you doing at his house?
Yeah. Who is he? You on another podcast?
Why are you right beside Dave's pen?
Yeah. Why are you and Dave so close together? Alan too.
Callie, you sound like your ex-wife.
Never mind. I got nothing nice to say, so I'll leave it alone.
Sorry.
I was like, mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, we're gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna die if I get a text from ex-wife like, what were you gonna say? I'm
"What do you
like,
mean? What?"
you listen to the podcast?
I just ruined Caleb's weekend.
I mean, I'd just be excited
No,
that we had one more listener.
I was about to say that would be my response. You listen?
So you lose one listener this week, and now you exactly know who it was. If your subscribers go down by one, I got you.
Know who it was. Left me again.
For another podcast.
Yeah, for another podcast.
No, it's for a radio show.
I feel like making a Brady Booker comment, making the comment, all right. I was joking. PG around here.
That was one of your less PG episodes as of recent.
I miss him.
Yeah,
What's he doing?
You had a lot of energy.
You have no idea.
yeah. When he left, we were like, "What just happened?"
So imagine the microphone out here, and you can probably tell you don't hear me that well. Well, this is how far Brady's microphone was
The entire time.
The whole time?
the entire time.
That's wild.
And you heard it just like it was right here.
That's crazy.
That's what Mike even asked Alan at one point, said, hey, should his microphone be closer? And Alan goes, you don't need it. And that's why I didn't say nothing either, because normally I tell people if it's
He's
their,
clipping the gain right now.
I tell people if it's their first time, keep the microphone pretty close, wear the headphones so you know how you sound and everything. I didn't have to say anything to him.
Yeah.
Because it was just already there, and that was good enough.
Yeah, I think I heard that episode live from my house.
You probably did. Like 2 times when you listened to it back and when we recorded it.
A lot of energy in that podcast.
A lot of fun, though.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
You looked up at the sky like you were asking what God was doing when you did that.
Hey, what's God doing, you know? What's up, dude? What up, G? Big G.
He's gonna
Capital
get
G.
Capital G.
he's about to get us struck by lightning.
Capital.
For
Capital
sure.
G-O-D.
No, you spelled dog wrong.
Well, dog spelled backwards is God. That's why dogs are so good.
And that's why we shouldn't have cats. Because we don't worship tag.
It's a fun game, though.
Tag?
Should have been tag.
You ever watch that movie Tag?
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that,
that's pretty cool. The guy,
It was a really good movie.
they're like in their 40s.
Yeah. played this game of tag. It was a great. Now I forgot that actor's name. He played. Oh Lord, I can't remember anything.
He played
dude.
the bow and arrow guy in the Avengers.
Yeah, he played the dude that shot the bow and arrow with the pew pew.
It's a bird, isn't it? It's some kind
Hawkeye.
of bird. Yeah.
But now I can't think of his name. But either way, I want to say like something. Was it Reiner or something?
Jeremy Renner.
Oh, I was, dude. I'm buying a lottery ticket.
He got 2 of the letters right in the city. As soon as you buy a lottery ticket.
Hey, if I just need 2 numbers to get right, and I'm like $5.
Right.
And then,
What was that, Gunner? You had something to say?
okay,
Sorry.
but
Gunner's the dog.
oh yeah, but
You
anyways,
know that.
it's like they played tag since they were a kid, so they kept the game going like their entire life. That's another like playing
That sounds
tag.
terrible. That makes me think of the whole "would you rather" with the snail that's constantly coming at you. That if
Oh,
it
yeah.
touches you, you die.
What would you choose?
What's the other option again?
Isn't it you got to fight a gorilla?
Oh, snail for sure. Then
Yeah, it's you got to fight a gorilla, but you don't know it, or you don't know when, but it does,
snail.
or the snail will kill you.
Here's the option. Here's the thing. The gorilla's gonna kill you. If it doesn't kill you, you're gonna wish you were dead because you're gonna Stephen Hawking for the rest of your life. Minus the money and the being smart. Snail.
And the Epstein Island.
Didn't it come out that he was like into midgets or something? Are we allowed to say that? Little people?
Yeah.
Wasn't that his kink? Was little people, and he would. The story that I
I'm
heard.
just saying.
The story that I heard was he would make them wear very little, but then he would have them attempt to solve complex math problems. And that was his thing. Was watching them try to solve math problems.
Man, honestly, like that's exactly what I would think.
I'm that's not a story that my brain would make up, and it's in my brain, so I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere.
I could just see him like, ha ha, that is incorrect. Ha ha ha.
You fell a little short. Fell short.
The ha ha. The very flat affect. Ha ha.
We need to wrap up before we get in trouble. Gunner again.
What y'all think about Bob Ross?
Happy little trees.
Couldn't say it better. That's what made me think of it.
That's
All I know
awesome.
is I just got a text from Dave, and I haven't read the whole thing, but all it said is, "I am Nicolas Cage."
Tell him I'm in his seat and see how mad he gets this time. He got real upset the one time.
Here's the thing: he's only going to act upset.
Fair. You could FaceTime him onto the podcast right now.
He probably wouldn't answer.
You're right. My phone is blowing up.
It's not me.
I know it's not.
Man, I tell you, I use ChatGPT way too much because whenever I can't find my normal prompts that I use on here, it's a lot.
They're trying to figure out if we're going to have drill next week because we don't know if anybody's going to get paid or if we're even going to be able to like get there because the old government's not governmenting right now. And they decided to have this conversation as soon as we hit play on the podcast, and my phone has been blowing up.
Man,
It's been a good time.
I go back to work tomorrow.
Isn't like Sevierville keeping you guys open?
Yeah, the state was like, you know what? Yeah, we'll just open the park.
But didn't you say that kind of screwed you guys last time because then you ended up getting double paid, then having to give half of it back, and it was just a pain to deal with?
It was a pain. Yeah.
Because they didn't turn off the state funding once the federal had turned back on. So then,
Yeah, and then you get overpaid, and then you like,
I mean, this is a busy time of year for the park.
yeah,
So that's
it's
a lot
it's
of,
almost
that's a lot of
peak.
revenue lost if people can't go to the park.
Yeah, it's almost peak color season. And typically, the end of October is when we see the most color.
Mhm. Yep. So I mean, I see it because like it would like especially, Gatlinburg, Townsend, those places, Pigeon Forge. It's going to hurt them a lot if it's not now since we're open, but like how long was that last shutdown? It was like 6 weeks or 8 weeks.
I was going to say there was one that the big thing. I think it was probably the last Trump administration, but I think it lasted from like Thanksgiving through the New Year's. Everybody's like, "Oh, nobody's getting paid for Christmas."
Yeah, there were a lot of businesses in Townsend that were really hurting.
I know it does it. I know the military gets back paid at the end of it, but I mean, those systems that do that are not super good.
No,
So even once they turn it back on, like, it's not uncommon for it to be 3 or 4 months down the road before any of that back pay hits.
yeah,
So like, it's one thing for me, who's a reservist, like, I don't budget any of the money that I make at drill into my actual,
right. Because you have a
like, live. Yeah, I
You
have
have a
another
full-time
job.
job,
I have a
yeah.
full-time job. So to me, that's not something that matters. But like, I've got guys that if they don't get paid the day after drill's over, they're like, "Hey, sir, have you you heard anything about the pay? Because I've got some bills that need to be paid, and I don't have any money in my bank account."
yeah.
So that's the kind of guys that it kind of screws with. Because if they're at drill, they're not getting paid by their civilian job. So then if they're not getting paid that by their civilian job to do something that's not paying them, they're just not getting paid.
Yeah, so they're just
Yeah.
they're just
It's a
out
good
of-
time.
They're just out a week's pay or 2 weeks, whatever.
Yeah. I blame Caleb.
I do too.
Me too.
Have you found it yet, Caleb?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
It's funny you should ask. I'll tell you.
Your mom's house?
No, she lives all the way across town.
She used to live here.
She did used to live here. Now I live here.
Fun fact for the podcast listeners.
Yep. I grew up here.
Caleb lives at home
This is one of the houses
in
I
his
grew up in.
mommy's house.
It's one of the houses I grew up in. My parents were divorced, so I grew up in a few places. What a time to be alive, you know?
What a time!
What was it you used to say? You were poor half the time?
Yeah, I was part-time poor.
He went from Lunchables to one piece of bologna on
Yeah,
one
we-
piece of white bread.
We were full-time poor, then part-time poor. And then like eventually we got to like just part-time middle class, part-time like middle upper class. I don't know, it was a weird time.
What was that, last week?
No, last week I was like, well, it depends what day last week.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, no, back to the lower middle class. Like Monday morning ish, like just comfortable middle class.
Was that before your wife started ordering Amazon?
It was something like that.
Was that the day that she showed up and they said go home?
That was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear a quote?
Love to. Alan's just getting ready.
I thought that came out of me for a minute.
Which end?
Hit that at the same time. I went, and I was like,
Which end did it come out of?
it's for you to find out.
I don't smell anything.
That wasn't that end.
I was like,
It's like those TikToks. It's like, got to see if I have a new talent before I go to work.
trying to sing.
All right. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. Bob Marley.